2025 Aston Martin Vantage first test. Proper performance from a proper sports car. Aston Martin's latest V8-powered Vantage boasts a myriad of notable improvements, leading to strong results. If you don't know from reading our previous coverage of the latest Aston Martin Vantage that arrived on the market for 2025 as a coupe and in Roadster form as a 2026 model. The gist is this. Aston is focused on making serious performance cars rather than squishier grand touring machines that happen to go fast in straight lines, based on our extensive seat time in the Aston Martin Vantage coupe and a day spent in the new 2026 Roadster. Our seat of the pants feel confirms the work done by the engineers at Aston's Gaydon, England, home base has paid off. But we hadn't until now hooked our data collecting gear to the new Vantage to put real numbers alongside our perception of improved performance. Power Up. The 2025 Aston Martin Vantage continues to employ a Mercedes-AMG sourced 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, which Aston says it tunes to its own specifications, but the new version produces a lot more power and torque than before, thanks to bigger turbos, new cam profiles, a compression ratio of 8.6:1 versus 10.5, meaning the turbos can run more boost, and a better cooling package. The engine produces peak figures of 656 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque compared to the old car's 503 horsepower and 505 pound-feet. The upshot: Aston Martin says the 2025 Vantage accelerates to 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds and reaches a top speed of 202 miles per hour, the latter number being 7 miles per hour faster than before. That said, the front-engine, rear-wheel drive architecture and 50-50 weight distribution front-to-rear keeps that official 0 to 60 time a mere 0.1 second quicker than the old cars, thanks to the layout's traction-limited nature. Considering many automakers' official acceleration times often don't precisely match our real-world testing results, we were rather curious to find out if Aston is being conservative or optimistic with its claim. Hit the gas. As it transpired, it's being neither and is instead dead on accurate. Once we deactivated traction and stability control, selected the Sport Plus drive program, and sent the car down the dragstrip with a 2000 revolution per minute launch-controlled getaway, it returned a 0-60 mph time of 3.4 seconds. The surreal thing, however, is that other than the V8's aggressive, loud, and massively satisfying sounds, the launch experience isn't as exciting as you'd expect in a car this quick. There's no drama, no sense of unhinged fury. Instead, it launches incredibly smoothly, other than a bit of wheel spin during the first second of the run. While the Vantage's 3.4 second 0 to 60 time is certainly solid in today's terms, the quarter mile lets the car use its muscle to more effect. It flashed past the marker in 11.2 seconds at 132.0 miles per hour. And it was unsurprisingly still pulling strong at that point. We never had an opportunity to test the previous Vantage coupe like this, but we did test a 2021 Vantage Roadster to the tune of an 11.9 second time at 119.3 miles per hour. Granted, that convertible version weighed 60 pounds more than this 3,878 pound coupe, according to our scales. But the improved quarter-mile performance is significant nonetheless. In the name of a more contemporary comparison with an in-market rival, we also recently tested a 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera GT hybrid that returned a nutso 0 to 60 time of 2.6 seconds and a quarter-mile pass of 10.7 at 129.7 miles per hour. Those results came despite the Carrera's 121 horsepower and 141 pound-foot deficits to the Vantage. That says a lot about the Porsche's lighter weight, 280 pounds, and better traction off the line. though you can easily see where the big power Aston begins to severely claw back the acceleration gap as speeds rise well past 100 miles per hour. Braking and handling. When it's time to stop the 2026 Aston Martin Vantage, there's no need to fret. However, be aware that when equipped as our test car was with optional carbon ceramic brakes, the Vantage performs best when those brakes have a fair amount of heat in them.